What's a quarterback's life like in a bye week? Kind of, do you work on yourself for the bye week and then get into Kansas? What's the process?
Yeah, obviously you get a jump start on Kansas, so obviously, did that. And then just focus on the body and the mind and just chilled out and watch some ball on Saturday. So really nothing other than just a little early start on Kansas and just relaxing.
They did a decent job on Buell, I don't know how to say it right, Purdue, whatever. Bo P from Missouri. But yeah, they stopped his running games. Obviously, they're going to try to stop you. That leaves a couple other things open, and I would guess you'll still get your yards running anyway, right?
Well, I guess we'll find out, Scott. There's only one way to find out, and that's to go play the game. See if I have to run around, see if they let me run around or what their game plan is for me. Obviously, we'll be ready to throw it, run it, do all that. So excited for the challenge, really good team. Obviously, the quarterback in Missouri did a really good job. He's obviously really athletic, so they did a good job of containing him. So, you gotta see what you can get away with early on in the game and then go from there.
When you watch a game like Utah and Texas Tech and then see Texas Tech go in there and win by, I think it was 30 points, does that make you happy and confident in how wide open the league is, or is it kind of the other direction where you're like, wow, literally any week anything can happen and it can go against everyone's expectations?
I don't know if it makes me scared or antsy, you know what I'm saying, knowing that can happen, but I think it just proves what pretty much everybody in the league's been saying from media days and before on, that just anything can happen any given week. So you got to come out and be ready to execute, or else you will either get beat pretty badly, or you just will lose a close one because you didn't execute the right things correctly. So you got to be ready to go from snap one.
Brendan, as a quarterback, is it kind of hard to prepare for a team when you look at Kansas, knowing Devin Dye, starting safety, is going to miss the first half, but then be there for the second half? Is it kind of hard to game plan as a quarterback to see what they do differently when he is on the field compared to when he's not?
I wouldn't really say that. Obviously they're really talented. He's a really talented player, but you got to treat it the same way going into it. It's the Big 12, so obviously the depth is very good as well. But we got to go into it with the same mindset of either half. We got to go in there, we got to attack, and we got to put a lot of points up, or else we won't win this game. Regardless of who we're playing, we got to have the same mindset going into each week, and that's we got to score and we got to find a way to win, regardless of what it takes.
Your line hasn't allowed a sack this year. Kansas has 12, I think second or third in the conference. Do you look forward to seeing strength on strength like that?
I don't know if I would really
Unless
say
Kansas
that.
wins.
Yeah, obviously no. Obviously, I'm confident in our line, but obviously, really talented group up front over there. And it's on me, not just our line, to avoid those sacks. It's getting out of the pocket, not just sitting back there holding the ball, and then just being good with the quick pass game, and whenever the shots are downfield, to take it and hold on to the ball a little bit. Got to do that and make plays, but. I trust our guys up front. They've done a really good job so far.
Do you look to maybe neutralize that with the ground game, getting into Tawi, getting into Evan, maybe a little bit more?
Whatever Coach Chad wants. I usually don't make those calls, Chad, but if he wants to run the ball, which I'm sure everybody knows that Chad does like to run the ball a little bit, whether it's with me or the running backs, we're going to do that. But I feel good about the game plan we have going forward, and I'm excited to see what we can do on Saturday.
Passing game wise, the last game, it's not going to be like that every game. But you might have had 5 left in the holster in that game. But how much does the confidence help you and the receivers to have a game like that and have some success?
Yeah, no, it's huge for us. It's going to be our job going forward to, the past 2 weeks. Obviously, Nebraska, we didn't have a great game through the air, but, the 2 weeks after that, we had some success throwing the ball. So we got to continue to carry that on going into conference play and use that confidence and continue to build on it. Like you said, obviously 15 for 15 is ideal, but it's not going to happen every week. So, it's our job to figure out ways to get completions, to get the guys the ball. But, we just got to go out there and execute one play at a time, and I think the rest will take care of itself.
You guys all set? Cool. Thanks, Brandon.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir.